Yeah, you gotta have it. If you don't have it, you gotta have it. Like codeine, like, is a real drug. It's not nothing to play with.
I used to do half a bottle when I started off. Now I can do 3 over 24 hours to get and maintain the high.
Kwame is one of the thousands of youth desperately searching for a high from cough syrup. Lean, also known as purple drink or sizzurp, is derived from mixing cough syrup containing codeine with a carbonated soft drink, usually soda. The active element in the cough syrup is codeine, which is an opiate used to treat pain. It is in the same class as morphine and is considered to have high abuse potential.
If she's iffy, that'll drugs go. If she's simply double cup toast, I got a duffel full of hundos, that'll love go. Where's the uproar?
Lean traces its root to Houston and was popularized by hip-hop rappers who chose it as their preferred recreational drugs in the 1990s. US rappers have mentioned and praised lean, with Lil Wayne being the unofficial ambassador. So intense was his consumption of the lethal drink that his spate of seizures have been attributed to lean. Hip-hop artists Future, A$AP Rocky, Young Thug, Soulja Boy, among others, have released lean-inspired songs in the recent past, which only fuels the cool factor about the drink. Closer home, the vice that started in the US has taken a toll among many in Africa, especially Nigeria.
Codeine cough syrup is causing a plague of addiction across Nigeria.
It is estimated that a shocking 3 million bottles were being consumed every day in just 2 Nigerian states, in a country that has 36 states. Following a BBC expose in 2018 on the vice, the Nigerian government banned the manufacture and importation of cough syrup containing codeine. What began as a whimsical choice of high among kids from affluent homes has quickly taken hold on teens and youth across the divide.
I started consuming codeine about 1.5 years ago, or 2 years ago, when I was a freshman, out of curiosity and peer influence.
Dr. Ruby Miseda, a psychologist, notes that peer pressure, environment, and genetics play a big role in drug use.
As I was saying, like, it's not as if they wanted to become dependent on it. It could be just because of curiosity, peer pressure, or because legitimately they have also a pain medication, because codeine is used to treat pain and cough syrup is used to treat a cough. But you see, when you start to abuse it, you get hooked on it.
Okay. This worrying vice is not just rampant among its campus students. High school students have not been left too far behind. In a 2016 study done by NACADA, prescription drugs accounted for 30% of the substances abused after alcohol, mirror, and cigarettes. Cough syrup is a preferred choice as schools are not too strict on this particular contraband.
I feel drowsy, almost like I'm floating, though it's a good feeling, a different kind of a high.
Codeine makes you relax. It's like a sedative. It makes your mind calm, it calms everything. If you're going through stress or any kind of anxiety, it calms you down. You can also add by taking other drugs like benzos or Xanax that boost you or bring the highness to a higher level. Yeah.
Common side effects of codeine include lightheadedness, drowsiness, as well as irritability. Long-term use of lean can cause liver failure, seizures, and psychosis.
How you know you're a lean sipper and when it's in your system is when you start to itch. And that's why they say it is like liquid heroin, because that's a side effect with heroin. You see a lot of heroin addicts.
Withdrawal can be brutal. It can cause agitation, restlessness, fever, flu-like symptoms, chills, cravings, cramps, mood swings, and itching. How can you know if your loved one is using lean?
One thing I would say is observe the behavior, because obviously the behavior will change in time from the time they start taking the substances. So be aware of bizarre behavior, be aware of the lack of productivity, so they stop doing the things that they used to do, changing moods, they could become aggressive, they could become emotional, you know. Also things like they could start selling things to try and get what they want.
In January 2018, the Kenyan government, through the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, tried to rein in the abuse by restricting medication with codeine to prescription-only purchases. However, the demand for cough syrup has pushed prices from as little as 140 bob to as high as 500 to 700 shillings, making it a lucrative venture for many rogue pharmacists.
I mix cough syrup with soda. I have this chemist who sells me the cough syrup without any questions asked.
People still use it, but not as much. Now you have to go to a chemist with a prescription, which makes it a bit hard, but people still find a way. Compared to Kitambo, people just used to go anyhow. Like, it wasn't a problem, a big problem compared to now, where it's really many people are using codeine. So maybe the government has taken a step, but they can do better than that.
Vincent Muasia, locally known as Chipukizi, who is an NACADA director, notes that more needs to be done. In a quote, he said, "We have taken note of the cough syrup abuse among the youth, and the ban needs more enforcement for it to be effective. We know that some chemists are still selling the syrup without prescription, and we are working on a crackdown." While NACADA has helped develop standards for rehab facilities in the country, all the rehab institutions are privately owned, making care very expensive. However, the NACADA website has a comprehensive list of facilities across the country for those looking for help. But with such rampant use of this lethal mix, we can't help but wonder when society and relevant institutions will take serious action to curb it.